It's a lot of nonsense.
Newcastle then get the victory against Brentford. And you look at the teams now who we thought were going to be in the conversation for the Champions League at the start of the season are just starting to rise, aren't they? With the likes of Brighton falling off, Fulham and Bournemouth at the wrong time of the season. Aston Villa then 2 points adrift of Newcastle, City. It's kind of that little bunch, isn't it? So Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, fine. They'll be all done. And is it kind of now City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Villa?
I think it's down to Villa because I think, Fulham and Bournemouth have dropped off. Brighton had a good little run there, then they got knocked out of the FA Cup and then they got beat again there. They're a funny side at the moment, Brighton. They can't seem to put a string of results together. They had a bad, well, they did actually. They had a bad patch. Then they went on a good run of results, and then they look as if, you just don't know what you're going to get from them. I don't think they're going to get in there. The way Villa are going, I could see them getting in there. The big concern would be Chelsea.
I think out of all of them, you got to see what's happening tomorrow. Obviously, Jackson's back.
I mean, Maresca, I think it's hardly an ideal scenario for him. I don't know what the remit is in terms of, you must get in the top 5 or you must do this at the end of the year. I don't know if they've set those goals, but it just feels if they don't get in the top 5 after the way they played in the first half of the season and the results they were getting, that's going to be a head scratcher for them. But yeah, I mean, they've got as good a chance as any, but I could see them falling out.
The head scratcher is that they're sitting 5th.
That they've managed to beat so high, considering what's happened the second half.
I mean, you just look at all these teams and we Chelsea.
I thought they were 6. No.
Maybe 6.
Oh, sorry, they're 6 because they're below the line.
Yes.
The line was put at 5.
Yes,
but even so, considering how they've been playing for quite some time now, that they're still in there.
It just shows the mediocrity of the league, doesn't it? I think that's where we're at.
I mean, I don't think mediocrity is a word. I think consistency.
I think it is this season.
I think consistency is the word.
I think it's been one of the worst Premier Leagues we've ever seen.
Yeah. I think Liverpool have won a watch.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
I don't know.
No, it has because it's been below Liverpool.
I would disagree with you both. I think the inconsistency's been missing. I think teams have played well. Look, all those teams have had spells with them. Look how we were talking about Chelsea just before Christmas, how brilliant they had been. And that's why I'm saying the inconsistency.
Who else?
Well, during the season, we've been talking about how well Forest have done. We've been talking about how well. What do you mean now? They're second in the league.
Pardon?
Are you saying Forest are rubbish?
No, I'm just saying that you say you don't enjoy watching Forest. So how's that entertaining?
No, you're looking at it completely the wrong way.
I don't know. I think
the way I'm talking, we can go through all those top 7 or 8 teams and see how great they've been at times.
No, we can't.
Are you telling me Newcastle have been garbage?
Arsenal have bored the pants off everyone. Manchester City have been terrible. They've completely and utterly fallen off a cliff. Chelsea, after being in title contenders, couldn't win a game for such a stretch.
Well, let's shut it down then. Tell me, shut it down.
The only team below Liverpool that really have superseded expectations is Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
I mean, Newcastle have come back and they've been strong, but we're kind of expecting them to be fighting in that sort of 5th or 6th place, maybe 4th. The rest of them, Liverpool, it has been a dream for them, and they did a lot. They did a big chunk of the hard graft themselves, and that asked the other teams. And what Liverpool's form did up until the last 6 weeks, couple of months. What their form did was ask a huge question of everybody else. And I'm not talking about Forest, I'm talking about the title challengers. And none of them have had the answer.
I tell you what.
For that reason, it has been.
I tell you what, if you're right, let's say you're right, Champions League's going to be great fun next year. There could be 7 Premier League teams in the Champions League next year.
Right.
So how garbage is that going to be then?
Well, it depends.
If all these teams are so bad, and there's going to be 7 in a minute, it's really going to be exciting, the Champions League next year, isn't it?
I have absolutely no idea what your argument is.
Well, the Premier League is so bad, right? But there could be 7 teams in the Champions League next year. How bad is the Champions League going to be?
But Stevie, you can't argue there has not been, in the second half of the season, there has not been a legitimate challenge to Liverpool.
My argument is that I think he's gone way overboard saying it's been boring. I mean, come on. Come on.
I don't know, Steve. I just don't feel.
The likes of Forest, the way Forest have gone about it,
it's a
you
lovely
might say
story,
it's boring.
but it's not someone that you're going to stay in and watch. You know, this is the richest league in the world, and when it comes to the entertainment it's served up this season, it has very much fallen short.
Well,
and I don't think that's...
Hey, listen, that's your opinion. That's fine. I just don't happen to agree with you.
All right.
I don't think it's been boring.
Well, there's no... Hold on.
I don't think I used the word boring. I just said it just has been mediocre compared to what it should be.
I think you used both.
Yeah. Frank?
Well, I will join Dan in that in those criticism. I haven't been happy to watch the Premier League this season, and it's maybe the first time it happens to me where inconsistency, and you're right, Stevie, it was the main word. But sometimes it's been mediocre.
Thank you, Frank, you're right.
I wouldn't say it was boring because it's never boring, but something. Yeah, it's always been something interesting about the Premier League if I compare with some other leagues in Europe. But it's true that the first time that I wonder if the level has dropped a little bit, if it's an accident, if we're going to see those teams that we normally see at the top, we're going to go back to their best. But I'm sorry, Arsenal has been not as good as last season. Manchester City, no way. Chelsea has been better, but now is getting back to, or maybe a little bit better than this season, but it wasn't perfect. Liverpool was much better, but now for the past games, yeah, they're going to win the league, so maybe they drop their motivations. But I'm not convinced about the level this season that we have seen. So is it because of the mediocrity, because of the inconsistency? I don't know, but they have to go back to their best next season because criticism is going to come fast because we are expecting much more from the Premier League, and we have the right to think that.
One more game. Did you want to say something?
No.
Okay.